It's Idiot Box Radio with your host, Tori.
Hey there guys, how you doing? I'm Tori. The website is idiotboxradio.com and it's an absolute pleasure to be coming to you today to talk about one of my favorite YouTube channels of all time. Now, these guys are ghost hunters extraordinaire and I'll explain why I do love them so much. First, the channel is called Paranormal Nightmare TV and it is hosted by the Fourman Brothers. You've got Josh, Shaun and Rocky Fourman, and they go around mainly the Ohio area, and I don't know American geography that well, but I'm guessing states that overlap. Sometimes they'll drive up to 10 hours to get to a place, and they will then investigate and help people in need. Now, these guys have been doing this for a very long time, and what sets them apart from some of the other channels out there is the simple fact that they don't overact to anything. I believe that it's an honest channel and that the findings that they do find, I do believe in the supernatural. I've experienced it. And the way that they react and act, there's no overblown special effects. There's no chairs suddenly stacking themselves up. There's no this or that. There's noises, there's voices, there's slight disturbances. But for the most part, these guys carry themselves with an integrity and honor that is not seen on that many channels. Thank goodness, I think a lot of people are taking pages out of this playbook because there is another channel I'm doing a review about. It's probably my second or equal favorite channel, and that is Paranormal Quest. But I will talk about that on another video, so make sure that you are liking and subscribing my videos as I give you recommendations of things to watch. I'm nearly 50 years old. I love my horror. I love the paranormal. I've experienced it myself, and so I'm giving you these reviews with nothing but the best of intentions. You can see me on video under Tori Idiot Box Radio, or you can hear me at the moment only under Apple Podcasts, unless there's an aggregator that's picking me up somewhere. I can't figure out Spotify. But in any case, the Fourman Brothers, the way they have done it, they have done quite a few channels, but the most current and most popular is Paranormal Nightmare TV. And the brothers, they would be, if they're not in their late 30s, they'd be in their early 40s maybe. And they are good old boys, you know, with the accents and everything. I love them. And if they ever do see this, thank you for being who you are, because it's utterly incredible. All three of you. Josh is your lead investigator, with Shaun assisting there. He's also on camera, with Rocky predominantly as our main cameraman, taking charge of the fantastic footage that we are getting during this series. Now, these guys have been helping people for so long. They're not just one of those channels where they go to somewhere, they yell and scream and get a fright. These are people who are contacting them and saying, there is a ghost in my house, there is a demon in my house, there is something hurting my children. And these guys show up, and Josh has been trained in cleansing, and he will go through after the investigation, after trying to find out what is actually causing the disturbance, and the brothers together go through and cleanse the house, and that spirits can move on, that evil can leave the house if that is the case, and that the family is safer than what they were before the brothers went into the house. The way they carry themselves is so genuine. Your heart warms to them. It's impossible to dislike these guys. There's no frills. They're using some great equipment, but for the most part, it is generally your spirit boxes, which scan FM frequencies or radio frequencies, and they form words out of there. There is just them picking up movement, shadow figures on camera. There is, of course, like your other paranormal devices. If you come near them, there's like sensor alarms, cat balls, things like that are used. But it's just nothing too hokey or gimmicky, and they do a fantastic job of guiding you through the process and then letting you see the aftermath. There's follow-up, there's case files. Josh edits these, and the job he does is spectacular. There's some wonderful drone photography being done by Rocky as well, that you get a feel for where they are and what's going on, the locale, things that may be nearby affecting. They do tend to investigate pretty much everything. The only thing I haven't seen them do is like check for maybe electrical disturbances, things within the home that may be causing this, though they do use EMF, which would be detecting radiation sources and the like. This is just a beautiful channel. They do upload roughly once a week, with a premiere being set beforehand to let you know that something is coming up, and they've been doing it for a long time, as I said. Some of my favorite stuff was in their earlier videos where they did a series called Chasing Evil. They don't do enough of that anymore, but basically they would try to find missing persons presumed dead, and using their ghost hunting hunting equipment and talking to the spirits. They would get some very plausible answers as to the location of bodies, who may have killed someone, and even later on you watch it and then you look up the case later on, like the spirit box is saying the name of the person that killed the person who was found. And it's a fascinating watch, and once again, it's the integrity that they show. These guys do it all in their own time. They do not take payment for their services. They're doing it of their own free will and to help, people who may be in need, and particularly they're so good with kids that have been scared or traumatized. They're an absolute privilege to watch, and I can't recommend this channel highly enough. So please make sure you do go check out Paranormal Nightmare TV and watch the Fourman Brothers work their magic in a haunted house near you. Thank you so much for what you do, guys. Till next time, folks, make sure that you are subscribing, and I'll tell you about some more great content that you can check out online. See ya.